Welcome back to Tipping Point. I'm your host, Kara McKinney. Why does the CIA want to protect Hunter Biden vis-a-vis his sugar brother? Is this Kevin Morse guy some kind of CIA agent or asset? I mean, why else would whistleblowers tell the chairman of the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees, Congressman James Comer and Jim Jordan respectively, that it was actually the Central Intelligence Agency which blocked IRS and DOJ investigators from questioning Morse about Hunter in August of 2021? The chairman wrote a joint letter to the head of the CIA, William Burns, asking for clarification. So far, what we know about Morris is that he is a Hollywood lawyer who has bought in upwards of close to $900,000 of artwork, from Hunter, and has loaned him about $5 million since the pair first met in 2019. Morris has also allegedly made payments to Hunter's ex-wife and to the former stripper with whom he fathered a child, something Hunter denied until DNA evidence proved the genetic match. So what exactly is Morris getting out of this arrangement, aside from visiting the White House 3 times since Biden took office? Well, if Morris really does have CIA ties, hence their alleged interference on his behalf, then it would make a lot more sense. Mike Benz, the executive director for the Foundation of Freedom Online, who spiked in popularity after recently appearing with Tucker Carlson, had this to say about Hunter and his alleged CIA ties. It's a long soundbite, sure, but an important one, and I encourage you all to watch the other half of it on Benz's Twitter or X page, whatever you want to call it.
I just had to break this down in a video to make it perfectly plain and clear to people what's happening with Hunter Biden and the CIA. Why was I saying a year and a half ago that the reason Hunter Biden is untouchable by the Justice Department is because he was part of a CIA operation, multiple ones actually? You have to understand what's going on here. Okay, so let me just give you a dozen data points on Hunter Biden CIA. So the first thing is Hunter was on the chairman's advisory board of the National Democratic Institute, the NDI. Okay, the NDI is the DNC wing of the National Endowment for Democracy, which is the top CIA cutout used in our tens of thousands of NGO swarms. NED ranks #1. It was created to be a NGO affiliate of the CIA. It was created to do overtly what the CIA was doing covertly and getting in trouble for doing in the 20th century, created under the Reagan administration in 1983. And there's something called the NDI for Democrats and the IRI for Republicans, the CIA wing of the Republican Party. And they both split spoils, basically on U.S. foreign policy jobs that the CIA orchestrates. You don't get to be part of the chairman's advisory committee of the NDI unless you are CIA linked or CIA vetted. It is a CIA. It's a Gongo, except it's a Congo, if you will. NGOs, government organized, non-governmental organizations. This is a CIA organized non-Conco, a CIA organized non-CIA organization. Okay, it's the CIA. Okay, and he's on the chairman's advisory board of that. And oh, by the way, when he was at Burisma, who was the other person on the Burisma board from the U.S. there was Cofer Black, who had spent 30 years in the CIA. Cofer Black was Mitt Romney's Sherpa to the intelligence community during his presidential run in 2012. And you know what? Mitt Romney's on the board of the IRI, who I just mentioned, the International Republican Institute, the CIA cutout counterpart to the NDI. Okay, Burisma was a CIA operation. Okay, let me say this again. Burisma was a CIA operation. Okay, so was Naftagaz. That's the public and then respectively the private and public natural gas companies there. There were a couple other private ones in addition to Burisma. But the CIA was trying to break down Gazprom and swing the gas market from Russia to NATO. Okay? They've been trying to do this for 16 friggin' years.
So there's obviously a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't really know, and what little is trickling out is quite shocking to say the least, as we've heard. Something similar could be said about the testimony we watched earlier this week of former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, and General Frank McKenzie, former head of U.S. Central Command, when they went before the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Milley was blaming the State Department for slow walking the evacuation, and President Trump he also blamed for supposedly hamstringing Biden with his previous withdrawal agreement.